What's up, Lunar Squadron? Today, Nick and I are going to be doing a reaction to the new user interface trailer that was released by Sony earlier this morning. This video already has a ton of people talking. Everybody's super excited to see what the user interface is going to be like.
This was dropped out of nowhere. Like, this came out of absolutely nowhere this morning. PlayStation just, tweeted it out and was like, surprise. I think their tweet literally said, surprise, here's our new user interface.
Actually, Burger King.
No. See, this had nothing to do with Burger King even, that we were thinking about. That has to do with a contest that they're going to do.
Oh, so it just so happened that the Burger King announcement coincided with this user interface announcement today.
I'm thinking, everyone was like, oh, it's the user interface for some reason. They thought Burger King was going to drop the PS5 user interface when, it was always going to just be a contest like Xbox has with Taco Bell. But then, so Sony was like, you know what, we've screwed with them enough for the last, 3 months, so, the console launches in less than a month, this literally doesn't matter, here's the user interface, I think, it's about time. The console launches in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
3.5 weeks,
Yeah, TikTok, Sony, it's about time, and I'm super excited because, I know, Nick, we were talking earlier, Nick told me that he was super excited to see the hardware of the console. Me personally, I am all about two things. One, the controller, because I'm going to be holding the damn thing every day that I'm playing the PlayStation, and two, the user interface, because that's, the user interface. That's what we deal with when we're doing everything, from joining party chats to launching games, and that's really what I want to get into today. So,
yep.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this new user interface trailer. It's going to be a great time. Thanks for tuning in.
Now, before we jump into this brand new state of play and take a look at the brand new user interface for PlayStation 5, if you are new to this channel, we would love to have you as always. Just go down right below this video, hit that little subscribe button, and the bell notification right on next to it notifies you every single time that we upload here.
Also, guys, if you've seen our recent videos, you would have seen that Lunar Squadron has formed an official partnership with Cultured Classics. It's a lifestyle clothing brand that provides the cool but doesn't sacrifice the comfort. Just chill. That's their phrase. It's a cool little brand, and they're doing a lot of cool little things, like donating a little bit of their proceeds to charity. So it's a great cause, great shirts, win-win. Check them out. I've been waiting for weeks, months, years to see this user interface. I'm super hyped about it. Think about it. It's this is something we're gonna be using every single day. It's super exciting. I'm ready.
For the next decade?
Yeah, for the next decade. Forever, for however long the next GTA lasts.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Could be 20 years this time. All right, Nick, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's start this trailer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi everyone, I'm Hideaki Nishino,
State of play.
and I head up PlayStation's platform planning and management team. Which
I'm a little sad this isn't Mark Cerny, not gonna lie.
Today, we are finally going to give you a look at the PlayStation
beautiful.
5 user experience.
Oh,
We
mama.
will see some of the features
Look at those
that
curves.
games work together with the hardware and network to deliver a truly next-generation experience. Our vision for a PS5 user experience is simple. We believe that your
That
playtime
is just
valuable
art.
and
That is
should
just
be
art.
meaningful. PlayStation team members from all
Oh, is that the
world
sound?
want to
Variable
deliver
and
a
meaningful?
PS5 experience that is completely centered on you, the player.
We saw a glimpse of this in the PlayStation 5 hardware reveal, this little starting screen, and then they cut it out because
the PS5
Sony.
user experience was built from the ground up to take advantage of the console capabilities.
This is kind of reminding me of the PS3 with the waves,
Yeah,
Except
I dig those,
it's particles.
the particles.
It's
Yeah,
particles.
they're using their new,
Yeah.
they gotta get used out of their brand new particle
Oh,
engine.
and they've got the rays coming down because they got the ray tracing.
We gotta get the ray tracing, the particle generator, we're using it all on our starting menu.
They're really flexing those teraflops.
Thanks, Nishino-san. Welcome to your new PlayStation 5 console experience.
Who's using a Killzone logo in the year 2020?
Guys, did Sony just confirm that they're working on a new Killzone? Why else would they bring that up?
God. Title of the video: New Killzone.
Whoa! They went straight into Sackboy. They went from 0 to 100.
And here we're looking at PlayStation 5's Control Center.
Control Center, okay.
And we're right back into the game.
Control Center, not the media bar anymore. Cross media bar.
Control Center is always one tap of the PlayStation button away. It provides immediate access to almost everything you need.
Well, it looks like cross media is at the bottom, all the way at the bottom.
They put everything on the bottom. It's not on the top anymore.
Managing your controller, power.
I'm shook.
Interesting. It looks clean though. You can't deny it looks super clean.
And they let you interact with games and the system in a variety of ways. First, as we've just resumed, the Control Center is showing a special card that allows me to get up to date on recent stories posted by publishers for games I am following.
I don't know why anyone would want to read articles on their PlayStation.
Yeah, like, let me turn on my PS5 and read the news.
Yeah, I gotta read the morning paper. Hold on, turning on my PlayStation.
What is in the news about Destruction All-Stars today?
Just to the right in this
powerful.
And we call them activities. Activities are part of the plan to remove barriers.
This is kind of crazy.
An example of one way they're used in Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Like, am I the only one that's kind of confused about what I'm seeing right now?
I'm not sure what the Control Center is, but I think that's what this man is telling us right now.
Many of which I can go back to later.
Trying to, I guess. Was Sackboy really your best option, Sony?
I gotta say,
for this,
like, gotta hand it to them. The new Sackboy looks pretty damn good, like graphic-wise.
A Big Adventure, as an example. I can see that I haven't quite completed this level yet. I'm at 33%.
Wow.
Let's open it up and see more. Here I can see more information, including key.
Is this just like set to this game, or is he saying like you can go to like different?
What I think this might be is every game will have a different control center, which will have different objectives and things like that, right? Because not every game's a story game. Not every game's gonna have the same activities, right?
Yeah, like, I don't know if this is directly to this game, or if he's saying, like, you'll be able to just jump to different parts in the game, or...
Well, that's what he just did.
This seems very, like... This part right here seems very, like, driven towards this particular game, where you can jump to different levels. Or, like, a Lego Star Wars, maybe?
What if, like, in this next generation, the main menu in the game is something that's going to be used less? Like, what if from the PlayStation UI itself we can launch into things like Ultimate Team or the career mode or something? Just cut out the middleman, you know?
Open up that objective to get
that would be interesting.
Without resorting to a web search or digging through long videos or articles that might contain spoilers. This particular hint is a video.
Who is reading articles? Like, why you want us to read?
My dude, if
I didn't come to PlayStation to read.
If you're stopping Little Big Planet to read an article about how to get through the level, like...
Some cards can be put in a picture-in-picture mode.
Just
stop that.
Why did you buy like sell your PlayStation?
It's not that hard.
Just get out of here.
It's not that hard. Think of a new career.
Yeah. If you're Googling how to pass this level in freaking Little Big Planet, then like... You gotta change something up about your life, because something ain't working.
Thanks, Game Help.
Oh, man.
Nothing like
that costume piece
to really show off.
That costume piece right there was worth the time it took him to read that.
Oh, so voice chat. That seems a little different than what they just did on PS4.
I'm wondering if that PS4 thing is setting the blueprint for PS5, or if they're just kind of being experimental right now.
I just like, but why are you changing your PS4 layout,
dude?
3 weeks before it's old news.
I don't know if it's me, but like these notifications look a lot more like the PS3 notifications than they do the PS4 notifications. You see that?
I can't say I remember the PS3. Oh, okay.
It's the color. It's the gray color for me.
Here I have a couple of friends chatting away in the party. One of them has started sharing their screen.
Oh, we're calling it share screen this gen?
If the share screen actually works, then I'm here for it. Because
internet pending.
The share screen function just has never worked for me.
And I can watch his progress as well.
pretty cool.
Huh.
Like, I know it's like share play, but it's kind of different.
That's cool
Oh,
that you can
put
pin it in the
I
side.
like that.
That's cool.
That I like.
Because
while you're playing your stuff.
I can be playing my ultimate team, you can be playing your ultimate team, and like we can see what's going on, you know?
I like that.
That's
like,
cool.
'cause sometimes we'll be like asked to watch each other's stuff, but then I can still do my thing while I'm like.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's super cool. I hope it works
fan of
though.
that.
I hope it works well.
That's just a massive, nice quality of life improvement. Really like that.
That's something I never would have guessed.
So it's time to say goodbye to Sackboy for now.
Thank God.
A match of Destruction All-Stars.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm here for this.
Already started a match, and we can join them. For
Alright, this was on our most anticipated games of PS5 because of Andreas, so
If
take
honestly,
the floor.
if you guys haven't seen that video already, we're gonna plug it right now. Go ahead and look at it. We ranked the top 10 videos of the PS5's release. Top 10 games of the PS5's release. We ranked the top 10 games of the PS5 release.
Dude, look how
this is not
fast
10.
that game just launched.
Let's zip ahead so we can
That was like lightning.
2 seconds.
That was lightning pace.
He just went from one game into another game in 2 seconds because of the solid state. Like,
time to play a full match
that's what I'm
today,
talking about.
But I do think we have time to take a quick photo. To do that, I'll just tap the create button on the DualSense controller. PS5 is always capturing.
Oh, so we're calling it the create button. We're getting away from the share button.
Not sure if that means that we're getting a actual editing software along with it that works.
I should mention screenshots and videos.
Does anyone honestly take screenshots?
Did you hear that? 4K capture?
Okay, so far we've shown off.
I mean, I would hope so.
4K screen cap. That means that. Are they antiquating?
Capturing gameplay.
No more capture cards.
Are they antiquating capture cards? If it caps 4K?
That's
honestly.
Yeah, but what 4K? How many frames?
This is where you'll land when you start.
I mean, I'd love to quality test
I'll
this.
So it's pretty similar. It's a little different, but
the layout of the space is designed to present games and game content beautifully on a.
Of course, they have Astro Playroom on there.
Super fast.
Because why wouldn't they?
What you need.
You're not hyped for Astro's Playroom?
Media-related apps will have their own space.
Are you not cultured?
Each game has its own hub completely integrated, so all you need to do is scroll down to see activities you can jump right into. Video clips, stories about the game.
Oh, it is. It is kind of taking away the main menu. It's letting you jump right into different aspects of the game.
Let's move.
Like he could jump into the multiplayer from like just launching it straight to the multiplayer.
That's interesting. I wonder if games are just gonna nix the main menus then across the board if they're on PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't know.
And what?
I mean, eventually, probably not at first, but probably eventually.
What if a game hasn't integrated with PlayStation? Like, is this just gonna be blank here, or are there always gonna be articles posted?
My question is, how is this gonna work with the backwards compatible games that we'll be using for the first few months?
Integrated into the system. It's not a standalone app anymore.
Ah.
Like MLB and stuff like that.
Did you hear that? PlayStation Store is completely integrated, not its own app.
Yeah, I heard they were redesigning PlayStation Store for this.
You'll find PS5 games and many backward compatible PS4 games too. I'm sad to say, but we are almost out of time.
Oh, all right. So
Control Center one more time with a tap of the PlayStation button. On our way out, why don't we quickly share that photo we took in Destruction All-Stars? We can find recently captured media in this handy card in Control Center. From here, we can do some quick edits, but I think I'm ready to share it right now. On PlayStation 5, I have the option to share videos and images to supported external services, or I can send them directly to one of my parties. Remember, parties are bigger than just voice chat now, so I'll select one of my favorite parties here. Let's attach a quick message here. The DualSense
man's named his party Nifty Voyagers.
PlayStation 5 supports voice dictation.
Sounds like
so you no longer
honestly, they sound lame as hell.
If you don't want to, simply select
Nifty.
Thanks for a great match. Yep, definitely say that.
My friend hasn't yet played.
Pleasure to meet you.
Captured this meeting, and the game's developer thinks that activity might contain spoilers.
I would be like the toxic trash pandas or something.
For our demo. There are many more exciting
that's
features
pretty cool.
we couldn't get
Avoid
to
the
today,
spoilers.
but we're super excited to share more of the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation app user experience.
You couldn't get to today? You're just choosing not to get to it today.
Oh my god.
Sony.
It shows the PlayStation.
PlayStation is committed to evolving this experience with our community in the months.
Hold up.
We look forward to sharing more. Thanks.
This guy's like, oh, I don't have time. Like, we don't have time to show you more features. Like, you literally have all the time you want, PlayStation.
So that actually showed a lot less than I thought they were gonna show.
I don't know. I'm not disappointed. I don't want to pretend like I'm disappointed, but like for an 11-minute video, I felt like you definitely could have gone a lot further. I think you spent a little bit too much time on some things that I don't think are that meaningful. Like, I think you need to show off the new features when it comes to like Sackboy, like using that to show off how you can jump to different aspects of the game. I don't think that was the best way to show it. I think like the Destruction All-Stars portion that they like barely talked about would have been better, because it like you had to notice if you dropped down into the menu where you could jump to like multiplayer 8v8 match, or you could jump to multiplayer this match, or you could jump to the single player. Like, I think that would have shown off. I think the Sackboy demonstration was a little confusing to hit us with right away. Like, it makes sense now that they kind of fleshed it out. And I feel like you could have used your 11 minutes a little more effectively, but like, again, it's just the user interface. Like,
right.
What could they've honestly showed us? Like, I guess like I wanted to see more games, but like that's not what we're here for. So
yeah, I think for me, the reason why I think we might have been disoriented at the beginning is because they didn't just turn on a PlayStation with no games booted up. Like, there was already a game running. So
yeah,
like, where do we launch games from? That was kind of a question mark right off the beginning until they launched Destruction All-Stars, and then it's like, oh, okay, like I see how to do that.
Yeah, I don't think they should have started it with the game launch. Like, I think you should have just like from the whole like get-go.
Yeah.
Like, I get what they were going for. They wanted to show that you could just start the PlayStation, be in the game, and then jump to different aspects of it, but maybe do that like how with like Destruction they loaded it up, showed off the like, of course, showed off their solid state. That's their that's their thing this time.
That's definitely a flex that they're doing time and time again.
As they should. That's the reason to buy it, is the new solid state.
For me, highlights of this, you can stream or you can cap your gameplay in 4K. I think that's pretty cool. I wonder if it's going to let us...
frame rate?
I'm wondering if it's going to let us downscale to 1080p, because as you know, I think we'd both prefer to just have silky smooth 1080p.
Well, I mean, if it's 4K 60, then I guess that's the question. Is it going to be 4K 60 screen cap, or is it going to be like 4K 30?
Right. If it's going to be 4K 30 and our cap cards are going to be working at 4K 60, then they're not antiquated.
It should. If it is 1080, it should be like 1080 120. It should not be like 1080 60. It should be a lot higher than that if it is 1080.
Right. It is like, just one of those things.
The time is now.
It is one of those things that I just never considered, that the PS4 never screen recorded in 1080. It was 720, right?
Yeah, I don't think the PS4 ever got to 1080. Maybe the PS4 Pro did. I don't know. Like, they don't have the PS4 Pro, and that was their 4K upscale. So
right. Maybe.
I don't know.
So that's a pretty big thing. And then it seems to me that like the other theme throughout this whole thing is integration. Like, they're trying to integrate games into their user interface. They're trying to cut out the middleman of menu screens and all of the men and women out there who made a living off of making menu screens for video game companies. We pour out a drink for you tonight.
So like 40 people across the planet just lost their jobs.
I feel for you, because Sony just pulled the rug out from under you, you poor souls.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to integrate these people into like having the game be capable of doing that. So
I'm sure
they just got transferred.
I'm sure little Timmy will get his... I'm sure his dad will be paying the rent and they'll all get food. Or did Sony just...
So does that... I mean, like, I'm here for if that means I can just, like, straight up launch Diamond Dynasty from the home screen instead of having to go through all the, like...
Yeah, if I can just launch up...
formalities.
If I can launch my PlayStation and just see right off the gate, what do I have available to me in my different games that I play, you know? Like, if it's got the new players that have come out on FIFA for me to unlock an Ultimate Team in one panel, and then the other panel it's got the new Diamond Dynasty players, and in another panel it's got my progression on Cyberpunk or something, like all where I can see it. That's nice. Like that's really cool that I don't have to launch every individual game. And they've shown that the store is also, you know, not something that we have to wait 3 years for it to open up anymore. And once we're there,
oh my god,
yeah,
oh my god,
it's just kind of
I can't take this anymore with PS4. I cannot take how long and laggy it's gotten. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, this just kind of looks so much easier that it's just gonna be chilling there. One more thing, Nick, I think you and I were the most excited about this, is how do you like that share play functionality where you can just tab off your friends?
Yeah. That is like,
that's gonna change the way
like
we play things, right?
Like yeah, because like you and I and our friend, like, that's pretty big for us. Like, I like share play. Like, I always liked watching like you or Chris or them like play games and like just kind of chill and sit and watch. But I didn't like that it like hindered me from being able to like do things. Like, if I was just like trying to grind away in MLB, like, I had to stop that and like watch one of you play or something, versus like now, like, with the capabilities just go like picture in picture and put it down in the corner.
Right.
Because like now, like, I wonder how much like impact that's going to have, like, in a couple different ways. Like, will it impact how smooth the experience is for you? Because if it doesn't, I feel like it could impact the gameplay in a different way, in more of like a competitive sense. Because like, if say we're playing something like,
that's a good point.
Rocket League or Call of Duty or something where there's like a competitive like sense to the game, like being able to see what is going on your teammate's screen could be a very big thing, especially in a game like Rocket League. Like, if I'm like, oh, you're going for the ball.
Well,
like, oh, you're not going for the ball. Or,
I'm thinking of games like Warzone, where how many times have you heard, you know, your bud saying like, "Hey, there's someone over there."
Oh yeah,
and it's like
that guy?
And it's
you're
like, what? Where? Well, you can literally, if this is going to be running that smooth, if you can show, you know, your squad mates gameplay there on the screen, tabbed off to the side, and they say, "Oh, look at that guy! Look at my screen right now." You can see exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if it's like
there's no more like camping the body anymore. Like, when you down somebody, you can't be like bait that anymore, because the person, you just like look at the screen and you're like, oh, he's right there, like he's around that corner just like waiting for me, kind of thing.
But I'm suspecting there's going to be some dip in performance when you're share playing, especially if you're tabbing off to the side, running your own game. I mean, I get this is this is super powerful hardware. How powerful? I mean, things got freaking liquid metal in it apparently, so
yeah, it does.
Who knows what this thing can do, right? Like, I don't.
I didn't watch that whole video. I don't know if you did.
I did.
What's the explanation for when you tip it up on its like stand up the PS5? Like, how does the liquid stay like even across? Did they ever explain that?
They actually have showed that liquid metal segment on the PlayStation has a foam barrier on it, and it actually has a few layers of foam barriers. They kind of look like foam, and they basically, think about it, the PS4 has to be super well engineered to actually have liquid metal in a massively produced device, because this thing has got to be able to survive all of those different orientations, especially for a device which is intended to be used in two different orientations. So the hardware has been designed in such a way to keep in that liquid metal, whether it's vertical or horizontal. It's actually super cool. I'm into that kind of stuff.
I never looked at the console breakdown. It's not that I wasn't into it. It was just like the console drops in like 3 weeks, like 3.5 weeks, whatever it was when it dropped.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure it's gonna be the next Tide Pod thing. It's gonna be like, don't lick your
drink the liquid metal and see if you can survive.
I know. So like it's gonna be the next cinnamon. What was it called? Cinnamon challenge.
Cinnamon challenge.
It's gonna be the next cinnamon challenge. It's gonna be like, can you lick your liquid metal in your PS5 and
can you drink the PS5's liquid toxic metal and survive?
Mark
challenge?
my words. One of you idiots will die doing that.
I mean, there's 7 billion people on this planet. Someone's bound to do it, right?
I think we're legally required to say not to try that at home if we do it. Like that is a communications law point.
Oh my god, it's such a lawyer.
That is literally there's this case about a man who got shot by cannonballs, and then anyway, that's neither here nor there. Don't drink your liquid metal.
No idea what that has to do with PS5.
Don't do it.
Now we're talking about cannonballs and stuff. Like, if I have to sit here and tell you don't drink the liquid metal in your PS5, like, I guess don't drink your metal in your PS5, kids. But like, Jesus Christ, if I actually have to sit here and tell you don't take apart your PlayStation 5, take like the motherboard out, and open up the cooling, like.
The layers.
I don't even know, like, there's no way that's on us if somebody does that.
The layers of negligence there, like, you gotta take apart this PlayStation piece by piece. Every layer, you gotta know, I'm gonna drink that metal.
Seal, like,
I'm gonna drink that metal. I'm gonna drink that metal. You gotta be motivated. You gotta have the grit. You gotta have the determination, the desire to drink that metal. It's not our fault. That's your fault.
Like, I guess I'll tell you, please don't drink the metal, but like, I can't believe I'm even having to say this right now.
I will say, if those of you who are dumb enough to drink the metal, then this world will be a better place now, wouldn't it?
If you survived, let us know. Like, hit us up.
Yeah, that's like, I wonder if you can do it like Survivor Man or Bear Grylls, you know, they like drank like some poison every day to build immunity. I wonder if you guys can build immunity to liquid metal by drinking it like a little bit at a time every day.
Oh my gosh. All right, so one last thing before we get out of here. I just want to ask you a question, Andreas. Do you feel like you're cheating right now?
Why?
Like, I'm going to ask you that. Do you feel like you're cheating?
No, why?
Because, like, we're like on our PS4s watching PS5 videos. Like, we're like using the hardware that we're going to get rid of for something new, and like it's like we're cheating on the PS4.
This is the equivalent of using your.
I buy a PS4.
This is the equivalent of using your wife's phone to look up more attractive women that you intend on going to marry.
Yeah.
And if that is what this is, then I'm a sinner because I want this PS5. I want.
Oh my gosh.
I want this user interface. I have a question. Are we allowed to call this the cross media bar? Did
they have a name for it?
Is it crossy and media-y enough to be
No, I think so. I mean, it looks like the XMB.
The old XMB.
But what were they calling it? Game Center? Game Hub? Game Center?
News Center? Is it News Center?
No, I think it was like Game Center or Game Hub or something. I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, call it the media bar if you want. I don't refer to it in the media as the media bar on PS4 or PS3. Like, I know that's what it was called, but I never referred to it. It was just like the main menu or the home screen. It was a home screen. It's a home screen.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Well, whatever it is.
That was PS5 user interface, so look forward to getting that in your hands here and very soon actually. This is happening very fast. These next few weeks have a lot of stuff happening very, very fast.
And because of that, we would super encourage you. I mean, we're not biased or anything, but we would encourage you to subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with all of that new stuff that's coming out, because we're going to be here in the trenches covering all that new stuff. And if you don't subscribe to this channel, you're directly at fault for the poor sap that drinks the liquid metal and dies. So
you're no different than the person who drinks the metal, honestly. So like you should probably hit that. You should probably subscribe. Just be safe.
Hit the sub button, notification, even like the video or dislike the video.
I
don't care.
For every one subscription, you save one life from drinking the metal that's in the PS5.
You can save a life lives.
Today. Alright guys, well, that was the PS5 user interface. Very short video. Touched on a few of the things that we'll be seeing from the PS5 here very soon, right around the corner. Anything else? I feel like we touched base on pretty much everything.
I think that's it. I just think, get me this PlayStation. Get it to me.
Yep.
Let's go.
It'll be in our hands very soon unless Amazon decides not to give you yours the first week.
Amazon.
I will have my hand on mine day one, but you know what? Yours is up to fate and Amazon.
Amazon,
Like,
I want you to look in the camera right now, Amazon. I'm looking right at you. If you do not have a PlayStation 5 on my doorstep the day that thing comes out, I will find you. I will find you.
and you'll do what?
And I will kill you.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You can kill all of Amazon, like the entity that is Amazon.
I will destroy Amazon.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick, if I have to.
All over a PlayStation 5.
Hey, them's the rules. I don't make them. I just enforce them. Alright, guys.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us again tonight, guys, and we will see you